Hey guys, what's going on? This is John with Gamester81.com. I'm here with my good friend Jimmy, Lots of Games. Jimmy, good to have you back, man.
Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you for welcoming to your humble abode. I know behind me, we're in your game room. You got an awesome collection of games here, man.
Hey, thank you very much. I like to have them on display, easy access. So if you know, some of you guys out there might have a little bit of a pile of shame, some games you've bought in the past but haven't been able to get to. That way, I can always have these staring in my face, so I can know exactly what games I want to play next.
And I love how you have intermixed here. You have some Muscleman figures. You have the Claw, which is awesome. You had Peach with the Racer there. That's pretty awesome. You got the I don't know if you can see it probably off camera, but I love this guy. I used to have this Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. This is pretty awesome. This is from your childhood, huh?
Yeah, you know what's funny? I wasn't really into Ghostbusters, but one time I was walking home from school and I just saw it on the sidewalk, and I said, you know what? This is a blessing from the gods. I'm going to take it home.
Nice. Awesome. It's awesome, man. So what I really like about your channel, you talk about a lot of the modern stuff. You do a lot of unboxing for some like collector editions and stuff like that. But you've been recently doing like games you can buy cheap and stuff.
Yeah,
series.
Exactly. So like, you know, since the PS4 and Xbox One recently got released,
right.
You know, a lot of PS3 games and Xbox 360 games are super cheap, and a lot of these games you can get for, you know, $5 or less. Some of these games you get for $2 or $1, and so I've been making a lot of videos talking about this, where you can, you know, you might not have a big budget. You're like, you know, I got $40-50, but I'm not sure if I want to get that one game. Instead, you might be able to pick up, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 games for $50. Some of them are maybe not that good, but that's where I come in. I kind of tell you about these games. I show you some gameplay, and that's when you can maybe check out some other reviews and find out what games you can get on the cheap, which is always nice. You hate having to spend a lot of money on a game that you don't like.
There's nothing worse than that, right?
Yeah, so if you spend a few bucks, you're like, oh, it was a few bucks. Is it the best game in the world? Or you might find a gem that's $3 or $4, and that's even more sweet.
But sometimes some of these games haven't been out very long. Like it seems like some of these games, like the prices drop.
They drop like crazy.
Yeah.
And it is great to be able to support the developers and buy things on day one, but sometimes there's just so many games coming out, you don't have the time to play these games, and also you might not have all the money in the world. Like sometimes some of these weeks there's like 2 or 3 games released in the same weeks. You know, I don't have $180 week after week to spend on games.
Right.
But you know, I do have games like, you know what, say for instance, Infamous Second Son, I'm getting this Friday, but you know, other games I might not be able to get, so I try to kind of plan it out. I know that might not sound very fun, but I kind of try to have a good idea which games I'm going to get on day one, and what games I'm going to wait for the price drop, because like you said, some of these games drop like crazy in terms of price.
Yeah. Well, look at that Alien game that came out. It's not a very good game, but what's that?
Well, Colonial Marines.
Colonial Marines. You can get that for like $2. $3, right?
Yep, and
Duke Nukem you can get like for $1.50.
That's right. Colonial Marines was released just last year.
Yeah.
And not just that, like things like PlayStation Plus, like give you an example, the wildly successful BioShock Infinite was released last year, and I think last month or the month before you could get it for your instant game collection if you had a PlayStation Plus membership. So a game you could get, you know, either $60 or wait a year. People didn't know it was going to be available on PlayStation Plus, but they're like, I could just download it, play it. I never got to buy it. So a lot of deals going around.
Now, speaking of PlayStation, I know you got the PS4 at launch.
Right.
And you were telling me kind of that this is like the first system you got at launch from a while. So.
Yes. Yeah. I just, for one reason or another, I've been able to get consoles at launch, but I'm like, you know what? I'm getting a PS4. I'm really, really excited. And I did. But now I'm like kind of like playing the waiting game.
Where your PS4
right up there. I've got a few up there.
Okay,
I've got
Rayman
and Call of Duty and Killzone. I might get Ground Zeroes, Metal Gear Solid, but I heard that one's only like 2 hours. So like I said, I'm getting Infamous Second Son, but I'm kind of like, okay, where's the games? But
the same thing's happened for really the Xbox One.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
right.
So
no, of course.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think the games are slow to hit the market?
You know, I think developers are smart in the sense they're like, you know what, the system's doing good, but instead of releasing our game when there's a few million consoles, let's release our game when there's 10 or 20 million consoles. You know, so you know,
it's the chicken or the egg, what came first, right? Kind of thing, because you have to, in order to sell consoles, you need games.
Exactly.
So it's catch-22 there.
I totally agree.
A little bit, but that's interesting. What kind of games are you looking forward to coming up?
Infamous. I can't even say it. Infamous Second Son looks really good. I was a big fan of the first two for the PS3. Both great open world games, and this next one looks pretty good. This one is, I think, a system seller in the sense that I think some people might be on the fence for the PS4, and they're like, you know what, I like open world games. I like this type of game, and I think a lot of people are, the PS4 is already selling like crazy.
Right.
But I think this is going to be an added reason for a lot of people who are waiting.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you a fan of the Vita?
I am a big fan of the Vita, of the games that they're releasing for it. I have not had the chance to spend a whole lot of time with it, though.
It's a cool handle. That's cool. But they need more games. But they're coming out with some good games for it.
What I like about that that's kind of interesting is doing the remote play.
Yeah.
Because sometimes my TV's being used and be able to just flip on my PS4 and play my Vita, play a PS4 game. I think that's a cool feature.
That is very cool.
Yeah,
that's a really nice feature. So what kind of things do you have planned coming up for your channel?
Well, I just did a review for Titanfall. I had the chance to get it on the PC, played it, loved it, did a review for that, and I'm going to be getting Infamous Second Son this Friday, which I'm really excited about. Destiny coming out this year. Can't wait to play. Also, Watch Dogs looks really good.
Mm-hmm. It does look good.
It looks pretty fantastic. Destiny. That's going to be, I think, one of the most highly anticipated games for this year. Definitely check out that one.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you jumping on the show. Thank you for your hospitality. Anything else you want to add?
No. Just thanks for watching. And I think really now is just a great time to be a gamer. There's a lot of great games coming out with these new consoles. I think it's a really exciting time. I'm just grateful to be a part of it.
Guys, please, I'll put a link below to his channel. Please subscribe, show support. He's been doing YouTube for a while. You're a veteran at this.
A little while, yeah. 2007, so it's been a little while.
That's awesome. One last question. You started in 2007.
Yes.
And from now, what do you see different from like when you first started in the gaming community to today?
Just a lot of variety. Before, it's just like the amount, there were gaming channels back then, but now there's just a great variety, whether it's, all gaming news or all Let's Plays. When I was first doing this, Let's Plays were kind of frowned upon. Not a lot of people did them because a lot of those videos got flagged.
Right.
But there's just a lot of variety. I would kind of compare it to where, like, 20, 30 years ago where television was at, where like your selections or options were limited. For today, you have hundreds of channels. Same as with YouTube. I mean, the past several years, there's a lot of quality issues for some of these channels, but there's a lot to choose from.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, thanks again, Jimmy. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's been fun, man.
Hey, thanks so much.
We'll do it again.